engineer Warren Shufelt, who discovered a city of reptilians below Los Angeles. In 1933, mining engineer George Warren Shufelt of Los Angeles, California, USA, stated that he had invented a revolutionary new device for exploring underground deposits of oil, gold, and other valuable resources, as well as detecting underground voids and cave systems. He called this thing an X-ray machine, although it looked like a pendulum suspended from a copper wire in a cylindrical glass case placed in a black box on 3 supports. It was more like an improved dowsing tool. George Warren Shufelt said his machine could use X-rays to analyze the chemical, electrical, and physical properties of matter at great depths, down to several miles. For this, a certain mysterious process was used, the details of which Shufelt did not really explain to anyone, but assured that this was a recently discovered scientific principle. George Warren Shufelt then began using his mysterious device throughout Los Angeles in search of gold and other valuable materials. And one day, when he was working right in the center of the city, his device gave out data showing that there was an extensive system of tunnels underground. Shufelt said that these winding tunnels went all the way to the top of Mount Washington and even passed under Santa Monica Bay. And these were not just passages dug in the ground. No, Shufelt assured that it was a competently and structured labyrinth created with rooms and chambers of various sizes. And all this was of such a huge scale that, according to Schufelt's estimates, at least 5,000 people could easily be accommodated there. Even more surprising were his words that large reserves of gold were stored in underground rooms and tunnels. Soon Shufelt made a map of this underground city. I realized that I was above a maze of tunnels, and I noted the course of the tunnels, the location of the large rooms scattered along the tunnel route, and the location of the gold deposits. But I could not understand the meaning of this. My X-ray pictures of the tunnels and rooms, which are underground voids, and golden shots with perfect angles, sides and ends, are scientific proof of their existence. The hidden reptilian city below Los Angeles. In search of answers, Shufelt went to an old chief of the local Hopi Indians, known as Chief Little Greenleaf, who seemed to be well aware of the ancient tunnel system that existed here and told him a rather bizarre legend. According to Little Greenleaf, thousands of years ago, a race of people once lived here, the ancestors of the Maya Indians, whom he called the lizard people, aka reptilians, because they worshipped lizards as a symbol of long life. This lost civilization was extremely technologically and intellectually advanced far beyond its time. They had many inventions and mechanisms, as well as a lot of gold. But one day their world came to an end when a massive meteor shower fell on them about 5,000 years ago. Few survived that catastrophe, and they were saved only by retreating to underground shelters. They then built an entire city underground, working the stone with a mysterious chemical solution that could melt the rock. And they reinforced the tunnels and rooms with an unknown, improved form of concrete. Many rooms were created as storerooms, but even more as gold stores. The lizard people were so afraid to return to the surface that they built 2 more cities underground. One was in the area of California's Mount Shasta, now a place of great UFO activity, and the location of the second is now unknown to anyone. This unknown city was the largest of the 3 and became the center of an underground civilization. In the tunnels below Los Angeles, Shufelt also discovered what he called the Key Room, which, according to Hopi legend, contained 37 huge gold slabs that contained complete records of the origins of the human race. My X-ray radio revealed the location of one of the 3 lost cities on the Pacific coast. The local city was dug out by the lizard people after a great catastrophe that occurred about 5,000 years ago. This legendary catastrophe was in the form of a huge tongue of fire that came out from the southwest, destroying all life in its path, and the path was several hundred miles wide. The city was dug underground to avoid future fires. In large rooms in the domes of the hills above the city of Labyrinths, 1,000 families were housed, and imperishable stocks of various herbs were stored in the catacombs to provide food for the people of the lizards for a long time, Shufelt said. Shufelt began making plans to start excavating the underground city. He was able to get permission from the County Review Board to drill into the ground up to 1,000 feet deep, and in February 1934 he began excavations in a vacant lot off North Hill Street, just above where a large gold vault was located. Shufelt argued that when the treasure was found, the city authorities would be able to receive half of the find. The media enthusiastically spread his stories about gold, and the excavation site soon turned into a real circus, with huge crowds of people watching the workers. For several days, the workers dug into the ground, but when they dug 300 feet, 9 meters, they came across abundant silt layers from groundwater, after which the dug hole was at risk of collapse. Work slowed down, and the gold was never seen. The interest of the public and the press gradually faded, and then Shufelt ran out of money to continue excavations. In subsequent years, nothing changed. Shufelt sank into obscurity, and in 1957 he died in poverty. His mysterious X-ray machine disappeared somewhere and has not been found until now. What do you think about Shufelt's claim? Is there really a reptilian city below us?